part of this business for me is the people. I have such a great privilege being able to hobnob with people that I respect. Like, I just love. I'm just happy to be at the back of the room listening. I'm just as excited to do that and hear them speak myself, because I just think they're phenomenal people, our leaders, and their stories and their authenticity. That's what gets me. What grabs me is the reality, the realness of the people, how they're transparent, and you can see their spirit in their words and in their, you feel it. And I think that's the key to success in this business, at least what I've found, is that the more authentic you become, the more successful you become. And so there's a real correlation, I think, in this business with earning your stripes in terms of your rank, and earning your stripes in terms of the evolution that people are all seeking right now on the planet. You know, why books like Eckhart Tolle's book is going through the roof and things like that. People are really in search right now more than ever, as a whole, for something they can participate in that makes them feel alive. That helps them to feel like a human being again, to connect with the reality of humanity, because we've become so materialistic and detached from what it takes to be human. The honesty and the sincerity and the innocence of just being open to a new experience. And I think as you go through the numbers, because I think that's how we get our strengths. You go through the numbers, and it's not really about them, it's about you. Because each one of those things, it strips away something from you. I remember being in Mexico City, and I booked, I was so full of presentations, appointments, and so forth, and I had 13 people invited on one evening on one presentation at 5 o'clock, and I was the only one there. 13 people no-showed me. I mean, don't they know who I am? And so you have to go through all of that until you finally get to you take all the veneer off until you finally get to who you really are, and then you realize that wasn't about me. They just made a decision, and it had nothing to do with me, and as long as I didn't make it about me, then I was okay. And so I think the numbers is really sharpening it, because my experience is I've launched my business 4 times. The first time it took me so far, I think it was gold. The second time platinum. The third time diamond, and the last time royal diamond. But each successive launch, I didn't need as many people to get to that. Even though the hurdle was much greater. You know, platinum to diamond, diamond to royal diamond, bigger hurdle. But I didn't need as many people, because I think I just got better at it, or more attuned to attracting or to sensing those people and being able to relate to those people in more meaningful ways. So I think that's what the School of Hard Knocks is in UQAM. It's really about personal development. I'm sure if you do the research that we've done, you'll find that that's probably the number one motive for being in a network marketing business, or the number one benefit for being in a network marketing business is the personal development that you gain from that. And I think your personal development in life is going to be a function of how many people you interact with. And network marketing is a business where you're forced to interact with a lot of people. And so it's an accelerated curve. I love what Dave Johnson says. It's like living 50 years in 5. I'd rather live 50 years in 5. Then I get the rest of the 45 years to have fun. Right? I mean, who wants to do it slow if you can do it fast? And then play the rest of the time. So that's really what this business is for me. And what I've recognized that is the key to success is how willing are you to be vulnerable, to be exposed, to be real, and not to take it personally when people don't see it the way you see it. To recognize that it was an opportunity they had, but they lost. But with the world being your oyster, and the next person that comes along with another opportunity to do this again, and you'll get better at it. In fact, you'll find yourself presenting less, but to more people, to more quality people in terms of people who are ready to hear the message. That's what I find. I had a meeting last night. I got to share this quickly because it was cool. You know, back in the trenches, doing the things that I love to do, and it was it was for the second level to my brother and his girlfriend, and they were there. And it was an in-home. We're doing this every Thursday night. We're doing an in-home. I'm there as a guest. And so I thought I did a pretty good meeting. And it was fun. It was interesting. And the people who were there were really oriented to the products. I was forewarned to keep it light on the business, and so I did. And because they don't know network marketing and all that stuff, but these are very important people and they're close friends, and all. And you're mindful and respectful of that. All right. So I do a presentation, and 3 people joined, signed up. We did $12,000 in business last night. Orders in hand. And this morning I had a phone call before I get out here. One of those people that joined yesterday was a person who is in a network marketing business and told me at the start of the meeting that she was already as a career, as another business. And I said, I understand, you can't ride 2 horses, that's fine. Just enjoy the evening, you'll find that these products are very useful for you. And she was one of the people that joined. And the other one that joined has already booked a meeting for next Wednesday because they have a lot where they live, their nightclub, and they've got 30 people they've invited. And 24 hours hasn't even transpired yet. Now, we're at a point, I think, I get a sense from that we're now at a point where those of us who've been in this business a while, who have a nose for the tides in the business, the tide has turned. And so it's again one of those situations where I think you almost just got to be in the wave, and you're going to be swept by it. Now, it's not that simple. You got to do your work. You got to cast the net. You're not going to catch any fish if you don't cast the net, irrespective of how many fish there are out there. So you got to cast the net. But we're at a point in time right now where I think for every ounce of effort you're putting in, you're going to get a pound coming back. Where I've been in this business where you put a pound to get an ounce to see progress, I think we're at that point now. Now, given also what I know about what's coming, and this is, what's coming in terms of the changes that Nikken is putting forward for us are going to simply pave that path, make that path a little bit smoother. But what I'm talking about is an intuition, a gut feel. I'm sure my colleagues feel the same way. The gut feel that something's happening, it's changing, there's people who are more and more willing to open up and be receptive to what we're doing. And I think we just got to get clear about our message. What's the message? What's the message that we're taking to the world? What's the message that we're taking to people? I think what we have is so precious and pristine that the thing that I find most that happens is this beautiful idea that's way up here is taken down to this level. That is really not presented in the light that it could be or should be. That first and foremost, Nikken is about the 5 pillars of health, not the 1 pillar of health. It's the 5 pillars. We talked about balance. That's what people are after. That's what people really want. That in fact, freedom is not very expensive, but it costs everything. It doesn't take much to buy you out of your job, does it? How many of you could I buy in a day? Think about it. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it costs everything to not have your freedom. And so, but what is that? It's not an expensive thing to have your personal freedom in terms of finances. The bigger picture is, do you have your freedom in terms of balance, overall health and well-being? And you also pointed out that the next generation, we can keep them healthy. I finally got a family member in the business. Hey.